President Trump's immigration crackdown continues with ICE agents in Houston, Texas.
America, we got some absolutely staggering numbers out of Houston that are going to blow your mind. ICE has arrested 214 illegal alien child sex offenders in the Houston area alone in the past 6 months. But here's the kicker. That's more arrests than they made the entire fiscal year of 2024. We're talking about a 64% increase in arrests of the worst criminals preying on American children.
U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers have arrested more than 200 illegal immigrants who are child sex offenders just in the Houston area since President Donald Trump took office.
What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This is exactly what we voted for. No more catch and release, no more sanctuary policies, protecting criminals, and no more treating child safety like political football. Let me break down these numbers for you because they tell a story that mainstream media doesn't want you to hear. In just 6 months under Trump, ICE's Houston office arrested 214 illegal aliens who were either charged or convicted of crimes against children.
214 people detained by ICE in Houston over the last 6 months have either been charged with or convicted of child sex crimes, as the arrest number over the past 6 months surpassed the amount of child sex offenders nabbed by the office in all of 2024.
Think about that for a second. In all of the fiscal year of 2024 under Biden, they arrested 211 child sex offenders. Trump has been in office for 6 months and they have already arrested 214. That's not an improvement. That's a complete transformation of how we protect American children. The Houston field office covers 57 counties in Southeast Texas. We're talking about a massive area stretching from Beaumont all the way down to Corpus Christi. This isn't just Houston proper. This is protecting millions of Texan families from predators that have been living in their communities.
The office crediting the federal government's increase of resources. The acting field office director says while we still have a long way to go to truly get this crisis under control, the strides we have made in just 6 months to make our local communities safer are substantial.
And here's where this story gets really disturbing. Many of these child sex offenders have been deported multiple times and kept coming back. We're talking about known predators who were removed from the country 2, 3, 4 times, and they just kept returning to prey on American children. Let me give you some specific examples that might piss you off. Jesus Gutierrez Morales, 67 years old, had been deported 3 times and was convicted of aggravated sexual assault of a child. Jose Guadalupe Mezo, 40 years old, was a 4-time deportee convicted of sexual assault of a child. Sergio Galvin Guerrera, 45 years old, was deported 3 times and convicted of aggravated sexual assault of a child. These weren't just immigrant violations. These were convicted child predators who kept exploiting our broken border system to return to victimize more children. Under Biden's catch and release policies, how many of these monsters were just processed and then released back into American communities? The Trump administration isn't just arresting these predators, they're deporting them and deporting them fast. George Zebra was arrested on March 21st and deported on March 24th. That's 3 days. Jose Guadalupe Meza was arrested on June 24th and then deported the very next day. Sergio Galva Guerrera was arrested on July 12th and deported on July 14th. What makes this operation so effective is the whole government approach that Trump has implemented. This isn't just ICE working alone. They're coordinating with the FBI, the DEA, the ATF, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, U.S. Marshal Services, and the Diplomatic Secret Service.
ICE thanked other federal agencies for support arresting illegal immigrants since Trump took office.
They're running daily enhanced operations targeted at what they call the worst of the worst criminal aliens. This is a coordinated federal law enforcement with the state and local assistance. Exactly the kind of comprehensive approach we need to protect our children. Acting Field Office Director put it perfectly. Our officers continue to work tirelessly every single day to get the worst of the worst criminal aliens out of Southeast Texas. This, my friends, is exactly what law enforcement looks like when politicians care more about protecting American families instead of virtue signaling about compassion. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. According to analysts from the Deportation Data Project, ICE has arrested more than 100,000 migrants since Trump's inauguration day late June. And here's the key difference. 40% of those arrests are convicted criminals.
We achieved more in 6 months than almost any administration could accomplish in 8 years, and we're going to have a lot of good 6 months left. We're going to have a 6 and another 6 and another 6, so we'll keep going.
Compare that to 2024 under Biden. 51,000 arrests in total, with 43% having criminal records. So Biden arrested fewer people overall, but Trump is being more strategic. He's casting a wider net while still prioritizing criminals. The Houston numbers are just part of this broader strategy. Instead of just waiting for criminals to commit more crimes, Trump's ICE is proactively hunting down known predators and removing them from American communities. And the American people support this approach. A new Wall Street Journal poll shows that 90% of Republican voters back Trump's approach, and 51% of all voters approve his handling of illegal immigration. Even more telling, 62% favor deporting undocumented immigrants. What's happening in Houston is just part of a broader Texas success story. Just this year, a statewide operation called Operation Shatiro Shield led to 244 arrests for child sex crimes and identified 109 child victims who were given resources.
An FBI task force revealed its statewide operation in Texas led to nearly 250 arrests and the identification of more than 100 child victims. Federal and local authorities targeted alleged child sex criminals.
This involves 70 different agencies. When you combine federal immigration enforcement with state and local law enforcement cooperation, you get results that actually protect children. The operation was specifically designed to identify children who were victims of online sexual exploitation and bring their predators to justice. They identified victims through images and videos and arrest hundreds of suspects for production, distribution, and possession of child sexual abuse material.
Operation Soteria Shield was a month-long operation conducted in April. The goal was to identify children who are victims of online sexual exploitation and bring their perpetrators to justice. 109 children were identified and given resources.
This is what happens when you have law enforcement that's allowed to do their job without political interference. Texas is leading the way in protecting children from predators, both online and through immigration enforcement. America, these numbers out of Houston tell a story that every parent in the country needs to understand. For 4 years under Biden's policy, known child sex offenders were being released into American communities through the catch and release program. Many of these predators have been deported multiple times and kept coming back because there were no real consequences. Trump changed that in one day. Now we have coordinated federal law enforcement operations targeting the worst criminals, rapid deportations within days of arrest, and multi-agency cooperation that's producing historic results. 214 child sex offenders arrested in Houston alone in 6 months, more than 100,000 total arrests nationwide. This is what happens when you have a president who actually cares about protecting American children instead of protecting the feelings of illegal immigrants. Most of mainstream media won't tell you this story because it proves Trump was right about the border crisis all along. They'd rather focus on manufactured outrage about family separation than rather celebrate the fact that we're actually removing child predators from American communities. Let me know what you guys think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.